Whether we like it or not, it's seen as a procurement problem. We've let you down. That's what I say. You've let us down. So I believe, and we do believe, and we've had a lot of research around, that this is the way to go because the public good is being affected. And it needs calibre and it needs behavioural standards in here to make a real difference to the profession going forward. Or we're an accident waiting to happen, a serious accident waiting to happen. Wish I had more time to go on that one, but I'm sure it'll come up in questions. This has sort of been covered before, but you know, I think, and again, I can say this as with some authority, having been one of these, we're rubbish at selling our stories. We're not good at storytelling. And if you see there, the killer there is, you know, and this is a survey we did last year, a third of CEOs, if not less, believe that we're ready for the strategic challenges ahead. Many of it because we're not doing that. We're not selling what we do. We're not attracting the best to the profession, etc. It's a real issue. And I see it more and more. And it's back to this talent question. So what we're saying, and our president now, Babs Amotoa, Nigerian chief exec, is leading on is this raise your voice, raise your game. Start marketing what we do, selling what we do, in storytelling of what we do in a way that is convincing to the stakeholders or the customers that we're working with. You know, we go back to our victim mindset, we go back to, and again, I'll hold my hand up, I was one of them. You know, you go back to your area you're comfortable with, which is cost savings. That's safe. This stuff is scary stuff, but we have to do it. Other professions do it, we don't. And I think there's a lot of what we've got to do in this area to get this to work. So what is CIPS doing as a professional body? And I have I left the corporate world and I had a passion for the Institute because I felt the profession needed to grow. It had its big opportunity. We're offering this journey. We're offering a journey on the skills and behaviours that you need, almost a toolkit to go out there and be successful with an independent standard behind you. And that's what it is. It's a standard. It's an independent standard. An ethics test. We have an annual ethics test. In fact, I believe it's been offered to you all free today to do. Or not today, but you can do it. I have to tell you, it's not the easiest thing, and I'll take feedback on it. I found it extremely difficult. It's 2 hours online. You have to pass it, like the Sarbanes-Oxley. It's supply chain ethics. It's not one company's ethics. It's supply chain driven. It's about slavery. It's about corruption. It's spotting fraud. Changes all the time. What we're saying is you should pass that every year to ensure you're up to date because fraud and malpractice evolves and changes by the day. So as a minimum, we're saying 2 hours of your time, pass that test and show to your company that you've got a standard, an ethical supply chain standard. The professional license we're calling for, well, we can only call for MSIPs because that's what we do, but we're not saying that's the only route to having a standard. We will accredit other standards. We're not in the business of making tons of money. We're a charity, but we are. What I am in the business of doing is very strongly saying this profession needs a standard. And it needs a standard that's common around the world because we haven't got that. And that's a problem. And I'm time out, just 1 minute. And above that, as I said, is the raise your voice, raise your game. Finally, you know, we're getting quite a bit of support for this. You don't get much better than that. The White House, I was invited there to talk about their anti-corruption unit. Licensing is on the agenda at the G20 through the White House. United Nations have agreed, the UNDP, the biggest body in the UN, has agreed to promote licensing as a concept. And I think, yeah, lastly, very quickly, 1 minute, bear with me. This is the top level. Ignore the rest because I've talked about it. The top level is an interesting one that I think we have to watch and look at and say, be open-minded about, saying, many professions, if we want to raise our talent in this business, in this profession, which is slowly changing, but not quick enough, we have to attract the best talent in and either keep it or make it understand what we do. So I was talking to someone at lunch about this. That's all about qualifications, standards. Above it, the top line is about awareness and saying you have a professional awareness, an executive development awareness that says if you're a finance director, you're coming in to manage procurement amongst everything else, a 2-day composite program on high level, understanding of senior contract management, things that you feel a bit exposed about, etc., etc. In other words, I think it's incumbent on the professional body to make sure that anyone in a role that can cause damage to our profession has an awareness of what it is. And I think I'm probably out of time. I'm just in. Thank you. Well, that's got a message across. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.